To hear me, guys? Everyone is able to see my screen and able to hear me? What about others? Hema is saying yes. What about others, guys? Yeah, Jay? Okay, perfect. All right, guys. Okay, so let's start off. Just give me 2 minutes here. Let me open the Eclipse. All right. Let me open the other Eclipse. What I have. So, all right, guys. Let me open the Eclipse. It's taking some time for some reason. You can have multiple versions of Eclipse on your computer, guys. Okay, it's not that you should have only one Eclipse on the computer. Okay, because I have one Eclipse here which I use for your batch. Okay, I have one more Eclipse. I have created the shortcut on the desktop. Okay, so it's like you can use, say, this the shortcut. If you go to properties, okay, you can have multiple Eclipse, guys. Okay, it's not necessary that you should have only one Eclipse. All right. So yesterday we saw basics about the methods. Okay, and we saw different kinds of methods, guys. Okay, method with argument, without argument. Okay, so today we're not gonna do much. Okay, we will be seeing some other kinds of methods. Okay, so if you remember properly, okay, if you remember properly, yesterday we had something like this. What we had was, Okay, we saw these different quadrants. Okay, what we did was, it's very simple, guys. Okay, we did not do much. Okay, uh, we saw these different quadrants. Okay, so there can be a method with argument, with argument, without argument, or with return type, without return type. Okay, and we saw almost all the examples yesterday. Okay, that is exactly what we saw, guys. Okay, now if I open this, okay, and if I open this particular class, this is an example of a method with argument with return type. What it returns? It returns the integer, guys. Okay, this returns me integer. So this will probably fall where? Public static int sum. Okay, so with return type and with there is a return type, and there are arguments as well with return type and with argument. Okay, so probably it will fall here, guys, with the return type with argument. It will, this particular method will fall here in this quadrant. Okay, second method also has it takes two arguments, that is two string arguments, first name and last name, and it returns a full name, that is also a string. So it also belongs in this quadrant. Okay, so, and next one is a method without return type. Okay, I'm giving the argument but no return type. Okay, return type is void. Void means a method doesn't return anything. Okay, void means a method doesn't return anything, guys. Okay, so probably where I will keep it, guys, it has arguments but no return type, guys. Okay, but it has arguments, so I'll place it here. Okay, and I have a method which doesn't have an argument, no return type as well, so I'll probably place it no argument, no return type. Okay, I'll place it here, guys. Okay, and the last thing, which is having no argument but there is some return type, guys. Okay, so I'll place it here. Okay, and believe me, guys, there will not be any method which doesn't belong to any of these four quadrants. Any method which you create or which Java gives you will belong to either this quadrant or this quadrant or this quadrant or this quadrant. Okay, that's all it. That's the fundamental thing, guys, which you need to know about the methods. Okay, about the methods, guys. Okay, that's it. Now you know four kinds of methods. Okay, here is the some of the assignments we're gonna do today. Okay, say I will create a package. Just a minute. I will say b dot 23 April dot methods. Okay, now just a minute, guys. Okay, I have created one package like this. Okay, now I am not telling you what our package is currently. Okay, but in the first class I kind of told you what are packages. Okay, packages, as of now, what you have to understand is packages are nothing but what, guys? It's folders. Okay, so if you create one package, b.23.apr inside the source folder. Okay, inside your src folder you will gonna create a folder called, it will gonna create folder called b. Inside that folder it will create one more folder called 23, and inside that folder it will create one more folder called april apr, and inside that it will create one more folder called methods. Okay, so in src folder it will create a folder called b folder. Inside b folder it will create a folder called 23, and if inside that it will create a folder called apr, and inside that it will create methods, guys. Okay, so that is all you need to know. Okay, and we'll be discussing about the methods later on. Okay, as of now understand methods are kind of, you know, the what is that, guys? Methods are just the folders. Okay, that is all you need to understand about the methods, nothing more than that. If I go in here, okay, if I go to this particular project, inside src folder there is a folder called b folder. Inside that 23 is there, inside that apr is there, inside that methods. Now if I create any class here, okay, say, okay, till now it is empty. If I create any class like this, it will gonna create one class in this particular thing. You will gonna see this particular file is getting created here. Okay, see it, guys. See, a file got created. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, so don't worry as of now about the, what is this, packages. Packages are nothing but the methods, guys. That's all you need to understand. Okay, all right. Now, okay, I have a class. Okay, now the first question is, can I run a class without the main method, guys? Yeah, what do you guys think? Can I run a class without the main method? Shravani is saying no. All right. Yes, guys. Okay, it's not possible to run a class without the main method. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Hema as well. Okay. So we cannot run a class without the main method. That's the first thing that you need to know. Now let's put a main method. Okay. Main, and it should be in this particular thing. So till now I have not told you what is this public, what is this static, and all these things. Only this void I'm gonna tell you now. Okay, void is, main method is having this thing called as void. That's because who calls the main method, guys? Okay, who calls the main method? You say your JVM calls the main method, or it loads your main method. Okay, instead of saying loads, you say calls the main method, because you are aware how to call a method. Okay, and JVM is not expecting anything. JVM is not expecting main method to return anything. Okay, main method to return anything. That is the only reason the main method is void, guys. Okay, main method is declared as void. Okay, and the other things like what is this public and static, we have not covered it. I'll be covering it step by step. Whenever we cover those topics, I'll be able to cover it, guys. In the same way, string args, okay, this will be covering when we talk about the arrays. Okay, as of now, don't be worried. Okay, only be, now you should only understand this void. Main method doesn't return anything. That's the reason it is marked as void, guys. Okay, that's it. Okay, now say this is my requirement. Okay, this is my requirement. In the interview they might say create a method which will add two numbers. Okay, and it should return you something like this. Okay, if at all you are passing, say you are passing 2 and 67, method should return you like this. Okay, sum of the numbers 2 comma 67 is equal to, what is the sum? 69 is the sum, correct? How will you create a method? Okay, and it should be dynamic. If you pass 100 and 200, it should say sum of the numbers 100 comma 200 is equal to 300. How will you create a method? First of all, tell me guys, okay, what should be the return type? Okay, as of now, just imagine everywhere you will write this public static. Okay, because we have not learned that, but it is, these are also not necessary, but as of now I'll write this. Okay, because we are yet to study this public and static. So what should be the return type guys, according to you, according to Jagdish, or else according to Shravani? What is the return type? Shravani is saying int. Okay, what do you think, Jagdish? And what about Hema? Hema is saying string. Okay, Hema is saying string. Okay, again I'll repeat the question. I want to create a method named add. Okay, method name is add. Okay, it will take two integers. Okay, two integers, int num1 comma num2. Okay, int num1 and int num2, and it should not just return me the sum of those two numbers, but it should return this entire sentence like this: sum of the numbers 2 comma 67 is 69. Or else if at all you say you pass 1 and 2, it should return me sum of the numbers 1 comma 2 is equal to 3, like that. It should be very much dynamic. Yeah guys, not sure? Okay, I will say the return type is string. I am not returning the sum guys, but I am returning this particular string. And how will you do that guys? I will say int result is equal to num1 plus num2, num1 plus num2, and then I have to say string return value is equal to, this is most important thing guys. Okay, to all of you, this is the most important thing in whatever we have seen so far. I will write sum of the numbers is, sum of the numbers plus 2, sorry, plus num1 comma plus num2. Okay, plus is equal to plus sum. Sorry, sum. And I will say return sum, return value, or else I'll say final string. Who did not understand this particular method, guys? Who did not understand particular method? I will just show you by running this method. Okay, I'll call how to call this method, guys. I said I'm going from the very basics, guys. Okay, I will copy this till here. I will say 23 and 2. So what it should return me? A string some variable name value. And if I print that SYSOUT and value, it should type something like this: sum of the numbers 23 comma 3 is equal to 26. That's what it should give me, guys. Let's see. Run as Java application. Is it giving that, guys? Who did not understand this particular thing? Shravani, Hema, Jagdish, are you guys able to understand this? Or any doubt? Yeah, feel free to ask me, guys. Got it? Okay. Okay, so like this way, and this method, whatever we create, I thought, okay, no, this method itself should return like this. Okay, okay, that's the thing. All right. So what I am trying to tell you guys is, I am giving so much importance on the methods, because when you write the framework, okay, the framework is for someone who really wants to put experience in Selenium. When you write about frameworks, it's all about methods, guys. How good you are in methods, that's it. Okay, perfect. Okay, now this is perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine, guys. Okay, and you should be practicing all the methods, whatever we are doing here. You should be practicing it, and you should try to do whatever I'm doing right here. Okay, that's very, very important, guys. Okay, otherwise you will not have the hold on the topic. Okay, that's the thing. You might tend to forget, guys. Okay, now say this is fine. Okay, like this you can have any custom, what is this, custom string, guys. Okay, you can create your own string. Okay, I'm concatenating this comma or everything. Okay, everything I'm trying to concatenate, guys. Okay, so you should know how to concatenate things and all. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, Perfect. Now now say likewise I can create any methods, guys. Okay, any methods that I want to create. Okay, there might be method when you go to Selenium. There might be method like this: public static void, okay, open browser. Okay, and in this method you will write all the code which is required to open the browser. Okay, that is all about it. You will write all the code to open the browser. Okay, all the codes you will write here. Okay, here all the code. Okay, now once you know the methods, okay, and believe me guys, you have to practice the method, you practice methods as much as possible. Okay, now there is a concept called as method overloading, guys. Method overloading. What is method overloading? Okay, that is what we'll be seeing now. Okay, and that's one of the very important concept in Java, and this particular concept was not there in C language. Okay, now what I'm trying to say is, say in C language, if you want to find the square root or square of a number, okay, the built-in methods, you will have something square of an integer, you might have square sqr square int. Okay, if you want to find out square of a long, you might have sqr method name as sqr long. Okay, for each and every data type you will have different methods. Okay, and you need to remember all those numbers. Okay, but in Java you have this beautiful concept called method overloading, guys. Now what is method overloading? We will be seeing this. Okay, now that's it. I'll create one more class, method overloading 1. Say I have a method, okay, I have a method named public void public static void, and this method name is greet. Okay, now it will do sysovut, it will say good morning. That's it. Say there is one more method, can we have the same method with the same name in Java? There is one more method. Okay, we cannot in Java. That's because now if you want to, and here you say good morning, say you are saying India. The problem is if you have same method with the same name, okay, same name, what will happen when you try to call that method? Now your compiler or your JVM will not understand when you say greet whether to call this method or to call this method. So you cannot have the same name method with the same name and the same argument. That's important. And the same argument. Say like this, you cannot have the name is also same, and here also it doesn't take any argument, here also it doesn't take argument. Your compiler gets confused. Okay, so this is not possible. What is possible is this. Say this is also greet, method name is greet, here also method name is greet, but here this second method say takes some argument, say string name. Okay, and you have an option to give this name here now, plus name. Or even if you don't, even if don't use this, whatever someone passes to the name, even if you don't use it, fine. But now your compiler will know when you say just greet without argument, it will know that it should call this method. And when you say greet and you pass some argument, it will call this method. Okay, the compiler doesn't have any doubt. Okay, if you call like this, it will say good morning. Okay, good morning. And if you say, if you call with some name, okay, say Shravani, then what's going to happen is, if I run this method, run this class, it is saying it is calling this method. See, and if you don't pass this, don't pass anything, then it is calling good morning. Okay, and if you, I have not used this name whatever they are passing, but if you want, you can use it as well. Okay, something like this. This is perfectly fine, guys. String name, you can definitely do like this. Okay, now if someone calls a method without argument, it will call the first method. If someone passes the argument Vishal, it will call the second method, guys. Good morning Vishal. These kinds of things wherein a method with same name is same but different kinds of argument are called, these kinds of, this feature is called method overloading. Method overloading. Sorry about that, guys. Method overloading. Any doubt, guys, in the method overloading? Any one of you? No? All right. If no doubt, it's perfect, guys. Okay. And it is not just the number of arguments. Here it's a zero argument. The first method is a zero argument. Second method is having two different arguments, guys. Oh, sorry, one argument, that is string argument I'm passing. It is not just about number of arguments. Even if you give a different argument, for example, this method takes int say roll number, and if you say my roll number is roll number. Now all these three methods are overloaded methods, guys. Overloaded methods. If you say, if you pass some string, it will call this method, the second method. Similarly, if you pass an integer, say if you say greet and pass some integer, say 100, it will call the third method, guys. Okay, and if you don't pass any argument, greet, it will call the first method. Let's see, guys, quickly. See, first it called the second method. Okay, good morning, it said Vishal. After that it called the third method, my roll number is 100. After that it called the greet method, which says good morning. This is nothing but the method overloading, guys. Okay, and it's not anything complicated. That is it, guys. Okay, method. This is the method overloading. In the same class, you have methods with the same name but different kinds of argument. So this, there is a different kind and this is the different kind, or else different number of arguments. Here there is no arguments, here one argument. Okay, that's the thing. As long as your JVM or your compiler can uniquely identify a particular method, those methods are called overloaded methods. Okay, that's it. And there is no big deal about method overloading, guys. Okay, it's as simple as that. Methods with the same name but different kind of argument or different number of arguments. Now here is a quick question, guys. Okay, if you guys understand, let me know whether the greet customer is overloaded method. Yes or no, guys? Greet customer is an overloaded method. Yes or no? Hema is saying no. What about others? Shravani is saying no. Okay. So greet customer is not an overloaded method because there is no method which again there is no one more method which says greet customer with a different kind of argument. Okay. Now if you answer this, let me know this one, guys. Okay, I'll comment it. Okay, this is what I want you to answer instead of just a minute. Now this question to all of you again. Okay, to all of you, the question is, if I uncomment these three lines, will it give me any compilation error? Right now I have commented these three lines. It's a method. Actually, I have implemented one method named greet, which takes string as an argument. Okay, and variable name is, I said, name. Okay, whether if I uncomment these three lines, whether it will give me any compilation error. That's the question, guys. So Jagdish is telling me that Jagdisha is telling me that it will not give me any compilation error. What about others, guys? Hema? All right. Hema is saying thinking. Shravani is telling yes, it will give me compilation error. And Hema is saying yes, it will give you compilation error. All right. Okay, we will see whether it's give the compilation error or not. So the second question to all of you is whether this method is overloaded method. Is this okay? Okay. Now tell me, Shravani, you said it will give you the compilation error. Why do you think it will give you the compilation error? Even Hema, the same question to you as well. Yes, correct. Okay, so both have given the correct answer. Answer is there is already a method, guys. Okay, already a method which takes string. So the problem is now if you call here the greet Vishal, now it doesn't know whether to call this method or this method. It's a confusion for your compiler. Got it, guys? It's a confusion for your compiler. So just by changing the variable name, you cannot overload a method. It's actually you are confusing your compiler, and it will give you the compilation error. When the compiler gets confused, it will give you the compilation error. That's very, very important to know. Clear, guys? Anyone having any doubt? Okay, because if I uncomment this, your compiler will not know whether to call this method or this method, guys. Okay, that's the only reason it will give you the compilation error. Otherwise everything else is perfect about these things. Okay, all right, and this is all about method overloading. There is nothing more than this in the method overloading, guys. Okay, now they ask in the interview, can you do the method overloading by changing the return type? For example, this method takes the line number 24 method takes integer and argument, and it doesn't return anything, but say this method it returns a string, and it will say you maybe you are returning this particular string value is equal to, and you are saying return value. By changing the return type you cannot overload a method, guys, because still your compiler will have the same problem. When you say this, when you call a method and pass 100, whether to call this method or to call this method, the compiler will definitely be confused, guys. Okay, so by changing the return type you cannot ever overload a method. Okay, and don't get confused, guys, there is one more concept called method overriding. Method overriding, which I will be taking towards the end of the Java sessions. Okay, not today. For that you have to know objects, inheritance, a lot of things you need to know, guys. Okay, I'm not talking about method overriding. I'm just talking about overloading, guys. Loading. Okay, method overloading. So method overloading is not possible by changing the return type. That's one of the important thing to know, guys. Okay, method overloading is not possible by changing the return type. Okay, that's it, guys. That is the reason in Java you can have same method, but you can call the method with the same name and you can pass different arguments and it will do its work. Okay, but these kinds of things, but in C you cannot have methods with the same name. Okay, you cannot have, even if you change the arguments, it doesn't matter. It's like simply you cannot have methods with the same name. That's what I heard, guys. Okay, I had studied C, but I don't remember even 0.5% of what I had studied. Okay, in C. So I just I just read it somewhere. This method overloading concept is not there in C. That's the reason. If at all you are writing the similar program in C, you will say greet no argument, greet string, greet int. Like this, you have to rename your methods. Okay, but here it is not required, guys. That's it. Any doubts, anyone? All right, no doubts. Perfect. And there are lots of other data types, guys. Okay, we have normally seen string. I have told you guys. I have told int, and I have told you boolean. I have not told you anything else, anything more than that. And believe me, guys, don't be worried about it. Okay, just concentrate on what I'm saying. Okay, and you will be in a position to put your entire experience in Selenium itself. Just concentrate on whatever I'm saying, guys. That's all about it. Okay, great. Here is your output. Now, this is the question. Okay, let me just create one more class. Okay, one more class I'm creating. I'm copying one of the method here. Okay, I'll copy this method and I'll gonna put here. What if I run this program? What will be printed on the console, guys? Here in the console, down at the bottom, what will be printed on the console if I run this program? Shravan is saying nothing. Yeah. So you guys are able to understand, correct? Why it is nothing. All right. Yes, there will not be anything that is printed because you are simply not calling that particular method. Okay, see, there is nothing which is printed on the console, correct? Because you are not calling. So your program execution starts in the main method and it goes to any other place only when you call methods. Okay, that's the important thing to know. Okay, perfect. You guys are picking up. That's a good thing, guys. Okay, because that makes my life easier. Okay, and when you guys are picking it up, it helps me to give you something more than what I had promised. Okay, so that's the thing, guys. All right, so next topic is global and local variables. Now tell me, guys, how many methods do you see in this particular class? In this class, how many methods do you guys see? Hema is saying 1. Yeah, only one method, that is the main method. Okay. Now, what I am trying to say is, if you have declared, say, a variable int roll number, I have declared a variable. Okay. If that variable, which is if I declare this variable inside the main method, sorry, inside any method, not just main method. Say there is a method called public static void add. Okay, something. Okay, and I'm declaring int result. Okay, so methods which are declared inside the main methods, the variables which are declared inside the methods are called local variables, guys. Local variables. And methods which are declared outside the methods, the variables which are declared outside the methods, say static. Okay, static name. Okay, static string are called global variables. Now you guys might be thinking why you have made it as static here and why there is no static here and here. Don't be worried about it, guys. Okay, as of now, imagine that inside the methods you cannot use this this word called static. Okay, why I will be telling you guys. Okay, why I'll be telling you when I tell you about object, and after object, once you learn objects, I will tell you about something called as static and non-static. That's when you will understand, guys. Okay, but imagine this is how you will declare a global variable and this is how you will declare a local variable. Okay, say let me initialize this also equals to 20 and name equals to 30. Okay, name equals to India. Now my question to all of you is, I can definitely access roll number in the main method. I say SYSOUT roll number. Okay, if I run this program, it will give me 20 as the output. I can access the roll number like this. Now my question to all of you is, say result is equal to say 77. Okay, I want to access 77 on line number 8, line number 9. How will I access it, guys? 77 is here. I want to access this result variable on line number 9. I want to do something like this. Sys system.out.println, something like this. And I want to print this. I want to call this access the result variable here on line number 9. What should I be doing, guys? Anyone knows? Jagdish, as you said, you already done some Java coding. Method name dot result. Okay. Jagdish is saying you add something like this. This is what method Jagdish is saying. Method name dot result. Any other answer? Anyone? Hema? Hema is saying just use result. That's it. Shravani, you have any answer here? This is the most important when it comes to, no, you don't know. Okay, fine guys. The truth is you cannot access, guys. You cannot access variables of one method into another method. You cannot access simply. You cannot even do it like this. You cannot even say result. You simply cannot access, guys. That's how they talk something called as, they say in Java, scope of a variable. Scope of a variable, or just say scope. So the truth is this result is declared in add method, and you can only access it inside the add method, guys. And you cannot access it anywhere else, guys. Only inside the add method. In the same way, if you want to access this roll number, you cannot access it here. It will give you the compilation error. It will tell you what is this roll number, because roll number is local to main method, guys. It will say roll number cannot be resolved to a variable. I don't see any variable called roll number. Here it says the same thing. Result cannot be resolved to a variable. Understood, guys? Or any doubt here? You cannot simply access. It's simply not possible in Java. A local variable is local to that method alone.
Visha,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
can we write in the method variable? Can we declare a variable in the method as static? Then we can access the variable.
No. If at all, even I cannot say, that is the one more thing. I cannot say static to a variable which is inside a method. I cannot say. Okay.
Okay.
Why I cannot say that, I'll be telling you when I teach you about static and non-static. Okay. That is the thing, guys.
Yeah,
But
sure.
the most important thing is the scope. The scope of a variable, local variable, is only inside the method where it is declared. That is the most important, and you cannot access it anywhere else, no matter what you do. Okay. Jay, any doubt? Hema? Okay. No doubt, it's perfect, guys. Okay, but feel free, guys. Okay, I really appreciate whenever you ask any question. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. So now you know it's not possible. So I'm just commenting that. So first thing that you have to know is local variables can be accessed only in the methods where they are declared. Okay, that's the first rule. But what about the global variables, guys? Global means it's available for everyone. It's a global one. So I can definitely say SYSOUT. I can say name. It's definitely possible. In the same way, I can say I can do anything. Name is equal to Shravani. Okay, this is also fine, guys. Absolutely fine. No problem. Okay, here also you can do anything that you want. You can say name is equal to Jagadisha. This is perfectly fine, guys. Okay, you can do anything that you want with a global variable. You can access it anywhere in the class. Okay, within this class you can access anywhere. Okay, now you might be asking, what about outside this class? I will say, let's not go there. You will understand outside accessing the variables outside this class when we talk about the objects. Okay, let's not worry about it, but just let's understand global variable can be accessed anywhere inside the class. Okay, that's the second rule. Global variables can be accessed anywhere in the class, anywhere within the class, guys. Okay, within the class. All right. Okay, now you guys know what is local variables, what is global variables. Okay, that is it. So if I run this program, what will be the output, guys? Can anyone tell me what will be printed on the console? Am I saying 20 and Shravani? Anyone having any other answer? Jai is telling 20 and India. Shravani is saying 20 and Shravani. Okay. So let's check, guys. Okay. First, which line will be executed, guys? Line number 7. Okay. Roll number equals to 20 and you are trying to print that roll number. So 20 will be printed. So all of you are correct here. Second, it will try to do system.out.println, and when it is trying to do this, what will the value of name variable? Value of the name variable will be India, guys. Okay, India. So India will be printed, and after that you are changing this name variable. It doesn't matter, guys. Okay. So according to me, what Jagadisha has pinged, that should be the correct answer. Let's check, guys. Okay, 20 and India. Okay, now if at all you are printing it again by any chance, then it will say Shravani. Okay, because first you are printing a roll number, then the roll number value in the roll number variable is 20. Then you are trying to print name variable. The value in the name variable will be India. Then you are changing this name variable from India to Shravani, and you are again printing the name variable. It becomes Shravani, guys. Okay, so it's always step-by-step execution, guys. Step-by-step execution like this. Okay, anyone having any doubt? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's okay, Shravani. That's fine. Okay, so here is one more question to all of you. Okay, now what will be the output, guys? What will be the output? Take your time and tell me. Think about it. Okay, it's Jai Jagdisha. Sorry about that, Jai. Your spelling. Hema is saying 20, Jay Jagadisha, and then Shravani. Any other answer? Take your time, guys. Okay, think about it. This is okay. Now Shravani is telling nothing will be printed because there is no return statement. Okay, there is no return statement in the method. Okay, what about you, Jay? What do you think? 20, India, Shravani. That's what Jai Jagdisha is saying. Let's check it, guys. Okay, and we'll also see in the meantime, Shravani, there is little bit of confusion I'm seeing here. Okay, when it comes to methods. Okay, let's not worry about that. Okay, let's see. First line in the main method. What is the first line, guys? First line in the main method is a call to this add method. So in the add method, you are saying result equal to, you are saying this. There is a variable called result, and you are making it to 77, guys. Perfect. Then there is a global variable. You are changing that global variable name. Global variable you are changing. Initially it was India. Now you are changing it to what, guys? Jai Jagadisha. Okay, you are changing into Jai Jagadisha. Okay, so in effect the name variable is now Jai Jagadisha after executing these two lines. Once these two lines are executed, your control will come back to the calling method and it will execute the next line. What is the next line, guys? Roll number equals to 20. So there is, you will say roll number equal to 20. Now once the roll number is 20, you will try to print this roll number. So first 20 will be printed, guys. When you print this roll number, 20 will be printed. Now when you try to print the name, what is the value in the name, guys? Jai Jagadisha. So Jai Jagadisha will be printed, guys. And now you are changing this name way from Jai Jagadisha to what you are changing it to, guys? You're changing it to Shravani. On line number 12, you are making it to Shravani. Correct? And again you are printing the name variable. So it will definitely print Shravani. If at all you are trying to print, it will print Shravani, guys. So the output will be 20 Jai Jagadisha and Shravani. Run as Java application. Any doubts, anyone? So Shravani, I see here you are a little confused about the methods. Okay, and believe me, okay, most of the people are confused about the method. So what is the exact confusion? If you let me know, I can help you here. See, return method returns something or not doesn't matter. Whatever it is doing, it will do inside that particular thing. If you say result equal to 77, if there is a local variable, it will create a local variable and it will assign a value of 77. If you say name equals to Jai Jagdisha, what it will do? It will search, is there any local variable called name? There is no local variable called name. Then it will search, okay, is there any global variable called name? Yes, there is a global variable called name and its value is India. So it will erase India and it will put Jai Jagdisha here. This Jai Jagdisha will be put instead of India. That's it. That is what it is doing. And it is not returning anything. Still confusion? Shravani?
No, Vishal. No, Vishal. I'm clear about it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. But feel free guys, all of you, okay, Hema, uh, Jay and Shravani, okay, feel free whenever you guys have problem, okay. All right, that's all about it, okay. So this is how your global and local variables work, guys. Okay. So these are the two things, important things. The scope is this, okay. These are the scope. Now I'll create one more class, guys. One more class. I will say I'm sorry that I'm making the big class names big just to make sure, okay, I have covered everything. When I see those classes, I want to make sure that I have covered everything, okay. So that is the reason. So when in my free time I'll just go through, okay, I'll just check whether I have covered everything or not, or is there anything which is not covered. Because if I'm right like this, I can just see, just by looking at the name of these classes, I can say whether this is covered or not, okay. And I don't want to leave anything which is very, very important, okay. That's the only reason, guys. All right. So if at all you guys have done Java in your college days and all, you might have come across something like this. What is that? I'm not sure whether you have come across this or not. You might have int roll number. Roll number equals to say 33, or else I will not initialize it, okay. Global variable I have not initialized, local variables also I have not initialized. Now the question is, if I say sysovut and I print local variable like this, and in the same way I print the global variable like this, what will be printed on line number 8, what will be printed on line number 9, okay. Think about it, guys. I'll be right back, okay. Just give me 1 minute, guys, okay. Think about it. What will be right now? I have commented these two lines. If I uncomment, first tell me whether if you think if it is giving you error, you can say that it's error. If not, if at all, it will not give me any error. If I print it, what will be printed? So think about it, guys, okay. If you know, but we have not discussed this, that's what I want to discuss now, okay. So I'll be right back, guys. Give me 2 minutes. All right, guys. Thanks. Sorry about that, and thanks for waiting. Okay. Any answers? No answers? Okay. No issues. We're gonna see, guys. Okay. If I uncomment these two lines, what it says? It says, yeah, that's right. It will give you the compilation error. So it is giving you the compilation error. But it is giving you compilation error only for local variable. It is not giving you the compilation error for global variable. Now you might think local variable integer and global variable is string. So that's the reason it is not giving you compilation error. Let's check. Okay, I'll create one more global variable. That's right. Okay, int role. Okay, and I can say system.out.println, and I will say role, guys. Okay, now what you need to understand is global variables will be initialized to their default values. Even if we don't initialize the global variables will be initialized to some default value. That's the important thing to know. The second most important thing is local variables should be initialized before using. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is local variables need to be initialized before using them. Okay, you cannot use the local variables without initializing, but global variables are by default initialized, so you need not explicitly initialize the global variables, okay, before using them. Okay, that's the thing, guys. This is what you need to know. So this is not possible. Okay, only you can initialize the local variables and then you can use it, guys. Okay, that's it. That's all about the local variables, how to use the local variable and how to use the global variables. Any doubt, anyone? Jai or Hema? Hema, any doubt? Perfect, guys. Thanks a lot. Okay. All right. This is fine. And see, it's not that you have to always say static here, okay? But as of now, I don't want to make things complicated. Until I tell you about what is static and what is non-static, I don't want to make things complicated. That's the reason I have used here the word static. But you need not use it, okay? You can do it without using this keyword called static, okay? But you cannot, if you remove it, it will give you an error right now. But as of now, just imagine your static is needed here, okay? Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, that's it. Okay, initialization. So I just wanted to have it. Now the next thing is same local and global variables. Okay, and when I'm talking about this initialization, not just in main method, any method you declare any local variable, it has to be initialized before using them. Okay, before evaluating their value. Okay, that's the thing. Instead of saying before using, you can say before evaluating. Okay, that's technically evaluating is correct term to use. Okay, all right. Now I have say a global variable called, and you might be wondering what is the value that will be initialized to, what role is a global variable, what it will be initialized to, what is the name it will be initialized. Anyone knows already? Say if I print this, what will be the value that will be there in name variable, and what will be the value that will be there in role ROLL variable. Any idea, guys? Shravani is saying 0 and null. Okay, and Shravani, why null for string? You have any answer for that? Why null for string? No? Okay, no problem. Null is a string. Null is a string, or string is a null. Okay, null is a string. No, null is not a string. Okay, null is not a string. You are partly correct. I'm saying null you can assign it to any object. Okay, any non-primitive data type or any derived data type. Okay, in the first class I told you guys, right? Okay, I told you what is primitive data type and what is derived data type. Correct? And I said string is a derived data type. Okay, so any derived data type can be assigned to null. Okay, yes, you are partly correct. Okay, what you're saying, but string, and there are lots of and even if you create this particular thing, you can say this particular whatever you have created, class you have created, global local variables initialization, you can say this itself is a data type. Okay, why I say this as a data type, I'll tell you when I talk about objects. Okay, and the primitive data type is int, float, boolean, char, okay, double, all these things, guys. Okay, and believe me, guys, okay, don't even study about these things. Okay, no need to study, just study what I'm telling. Okay, and you will be in a very much comfortable position. Okay, you should know the concepts, guys. Okay, that's the thing. So because I have seen a lot of people, they will say they literally ask me like this. Okay, what is the maximum you can value that you can store in integer? Okay, in the class, what maximum value that you can store in long? The truth is, guys, I don't know. Seriously, I don't know what it is. What is the maximum value that you can store in long? Okay, it's good to know, but I thought, I have not come across any such time wherein I had to really be bothered about all these things. In the same way, I have many people I have seen, if at all you guys remember something called as operators precedence. Okay, they talk about, if at a bitwise operator, incremental operator, comparison operator, these that. Okay, which operator will get in executed first when you have this. Okay, if at all you are going by those things, okay, you are really complicating things, guys. Okay, don't complicate. Okay, so if I am saying sum, if I am saying sum is equal to plus 23 plus 56, okay, if you go by operator precedence, okay, if you say 23 or else 200 divided by, okay, 2, you are not sure whether sum is, this will be, evaluated first, or this one will be evaluated first and then this one will be concreted. You are not very much sure, you need not remember that, guys. Okay, what I'm saying, use the braces, make things simpler for you and make things simpler for one who is reading your code. Okay, you put braces. Why you need to remember about operator precedence, guys? Okay, you just put these braces and your life will be much more simpler. People will understand your code as well. Okay, don't depend on operator precedence. Okay, so there are a lot of things which is really not needed, and we are trying to put our efforts. Okay, don't worry about those things, guys. Okay, so you guys understood the local variables and global variables, and this is all I can think of, a global variable and the local variable. Okay, here, so they say there are something. Okay, if at all you have a local variable called static, global variable static flag, static boolean, and say flag, it will be initialized to false, it seems. Okay, so that's what I read somewhere. Okay, so if you want to remember all these things, you remember, that's not a problem, but I really don't remember this. Okay, so you have something called a static char. Okay, r1. Okay, you type r1, I don't know what it will print. Okay, let's try, guys. Okay, r1. Okay, if you want to print say static double, I say double number, and if you print it, it will be, you can see like this. Okay, what is the default value that it will have. Okay, you can try for other things as well if you want. Okay, but to be frank, I don't remember, guys. Okay, I don't so it's 0 for integer, null for string, false for boolean, there is nothing printed for character. Okay, nothing printed, and double, it is 0.0, it is saying. Okay, so if you want to remember this, guys, but the most important thing to remember is global variables will be initialized to some default value, but local variables we have to initialize. Okay, that's the thing. Now the last concept in local variables and global variables is, say I have a variable called string name, or else I'll say int roll number. I will say int, before even talking about that. Okay, let's not complicate things, guys. Okay, I'll say int again roll number. Same global variables and same local variable. Okay, I say 33, and if I say sysovut roll number, say global variable also I'll initialize to say 44. What do you guys think? Which one will be printed? Whether the global variable, and these are the two different variables. Okay, believe me, guys. Okay, Jay Jagdisha is telling it's 33 that will be printed, and Okay, local variable. Okay, what do you think, Shravani, Hema? Yeah, Hema is saying preference to local variable. Means you mean to say local variable will be printed? Yeah, yeah. So Hema is saying local variable will be printed. Jagadisha is also telling local variable will be printed. Shravani, what do you think? Not sure? Alright, no issues. Okay. Yes guys, okay. When you have the same local and the global variables, your preference will be given to the global variable. Okay, global variable. And don't think that there was a global variable and you are changing its value to 33 on line number 9. No, here you are declaring a different variable. If you remove this int, now you can say you are changing the say. Sorry, I wanted to make it a static. I forgot it. Okay, say if I say int roll number equals to 33, it will print run as Java application. It will print me 33. Okay, here there are two variables guys, one is global variable and one is local variable. But if you remove this int here, this print, if I remove, now what happens is if I say run as global application, it will still print me 33. But here now on line number 9 you are not creating a new variable, instead you are changing the global variable. Okay, changing the value of the global variable. Okay, so this is the difference you need to understand guys. Okay, so anyone aware, I don't want to print the local variable, or else I want to print the local variable on line number 10, but line number 11 I want to print the global variable. How should I do that? Anyone aware? I want to print the global variable on line number 11. How should I do that? That's perfect. Yes, yes, Jay. Okay, you have to say class name dot variable name. That's it guys. Now if I do like this, it will print me the global local variable, but the second time when I print class name dot the variable name, it will print the global variable. That's it. And just this question only to Jay Jagdisha. Okay, just wanted to know, are you aware of static and non-static bit? Okay, so here next question is, okay, not in depth. Okay, no problem. Next question is, do you think it will work even when I remove the static? What do you think? Okay, you need not be correct, just your answer. Okay, I just wanted to know how much you understand here, how much you already know. That's the only reason, there is no other reason. If I remove the static, I will be still be able to access it. Not sure. Okay, no issues. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we will see. Not sure. Okay, no issues, Jay. Okay, I really appreciate whatever answer you gave here. Okay, and as of now, remember guys, okay, you can access it like this, and you have to just remember only one thing: it is possible only when it is possible only when roll number, global variable, roll number is static. Okay, don't be worried. Just make a note of this. That's it. I will be teaching you the static and non-static in depth, okay? Because there is a really beautiful concept behind static and non-static, okay? It's basically static and non-static is used to save the memory required by your program. How to do that, I will be teaching you guys. Don't be worried, okay? But just imagine, just instead of saying imagine, just remember this, okay? You can access it like this: class name dot say class name dot global variable name. This is possible only when this global variable is a static variable, okay? That's it. And I might send you some assignments, guys, okay, over the weekend, okay? Try to solve those assignments, okay? And I have yesterday's class I have already uploaded, guys, okay? If at all you guys have missed something, please go through the yesterday's class, okay? It will really help you, okay? And these classes will be there with you guys, okay? Not just for a few days, it will be always be there, okay? So no need to worry about it. And that's it. I mean, if you understand the methods, if you understand what is a global variable, what is local variables, okay, you are good to start on something called as objects, guys, okay? And objects is the place wherein we are actually starting the Java. Whatever we have seen so far, except for method overloading, everything will be normally be there in the C language, okay? If at all you have learned C language, okay? So we will see the other things, okay, in next in upcoming weekends, and that is it, guys, okay? But I will try to send some assignments. Try to do those assignments will definitely help you, okay? And when we talk about strings in Java, okay, string class, that itself is a big topic, okay? Yesterday Hema asked me about mutability, immutability, and there are other things like in strings there are lots of methods in the strings, okay? So strings, we have just used strings. We have not actually understood what are strings, how they behave, nothing. We have just used strings, guys, okay? We'll try to see those things as well. So don't be worried. If at all you are understanding all these things, okay, learning Selenium, or tomorrow you want to learn APM, okay, it's not going to take time, guys, okay? It's not going to take time. These are all things are needed for you to create the framework, okay? That's it. And thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye bye. No, bye, guys.